Hi, Logan. So I probably should be studying right now for my test that's tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. that I have not studied for yet, and students in need of emotional support. However, because I'm such a good friend, I'm going to read you a story. And no, I know your hopes just probably got up, but it's not if you give a moose a muffin. Like I said, that one's been taken out. I checked. However, I did get out Sneeches and other stories. So, let's get this done. Hold on, I'm going to try to get it so you can see the pictures. Doesn't want to work. Hold on. Okay. This Sneeches and Other Stories by Dr. Seuss. A dramatic reading by Chelsea Handford, I might add. The Sneeches. Now, the star-bellied Sneeches had bellies with stars, and the plain-bellied Sneeches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big, they really were so small, you might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But, because they had stars, all the star-bellied Sneeches would brag, "We're the best kind of Sneetch on the beaches." With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they'd snort. "We'll have nothing to do with the plain belly sort." And whenever they met some, when they were out walking, they'd hike right on past them, without even talking. When the star-bellied children went out to play ball, could a plain-bellied get in the game? Not at all. You only could play if your bellies had stars, and the plain-bellied children had none upon theirs. When the star-bellied Sneeches had Frankfurter roasts, or picnics, or parties, or marshmallow toasts, they never invited the plain-bellied Sneeches. They left them out cold in the dark on the beaches. They kept them away, never let them come near, and that's how they treated them year after year, which is not very nice. It's a little bit racist. Then one day, it seems, while the plain-bellied Sneeches were moping and doping alone on the beaches, just sitting there wishing their bellies had stars, a stranger zipped up in the strangest of cars. "My friends," he announced in a voice clear and keen, "my name is Sylvester McMonkey McBean, and I've heard of your troubles, I've heard you're unhappy, but I can fix that, I'm the fix-it-up chappie. I've come here to help you, and I have what you need. My prices are low, and I work at great speed, and my work is 100% guaranteed." Then quickly Sylvester McMonkey McBean put together a very peculiar machine, and he said, "You want stars like a star-belly Sneetch? My friends, you can have them for $3 each. Just pay me your money and hop right aboard." So they clambered inside, and the big machine roared, and it clonked and it bonked and it jerked and it burked and it bopped them about, but the thing really worked. When the plain-bellied Sneetches popped out, they had stars. They actually did! They had stars upon theirs. Then they yelled at the ones who had stars at the start, "We're exactly like you! You can't tell us apart! We're all just the same now, you snooty old smarties, and now we can go to your Frankfurter parties." "Good grief," groaned the ones who had stars at the first, "we're still the best Sneetches, and they are the worst. But now, how in the world will we know," they all frowned, "if which kind is what, or the other way round?" Then up came McBean with a very sly wink, and he said, "Things are not quite as bad as you think. So you don't know who's who. That's perfectly true. But come with me, friends. Do you know what I'll do? I'll make you, again, the best Sneetches on beaches, and all it will cost is $10 eaches." Belly stars are no longer in style, said McBean. What you need is a trip through the star-off machine. This wondrous contraption will take off your stars, so you won't look like sneetches who have them on theirs. And that handy machine, working very precisely, removed all the stars from their tummies quite nicely. Then, with their snoots in the air, they paraded about, and they opened their beaks and they let out a shout. We know who is who, now there isn't a doubt. The best kind of sneetches are sneetches without. Then, of course, those with stars got all frightfully mad. To be wearing a star was now frightfully bad. Then, of course, old Sylvester McMonkey McBean invited them into his star-off machine. Then, of course, from then on, you probably guess, things really got into a horrible mess. All the rest of that day on those wild screaming beaches, the fix-it-up chappie kept fixing up sneetches. Off again, on again, in again, out again. Through the machines they raced round and about again, changing their stars every minute or two. They kept paying money, they kept running through, until neither the plane nor the starbellies knew whether this one was that one, or that one was this one, or which one was what one, or what one was who. Oops, the whole picture. There we go. Then, when the very last cent of their money was spent, the fix-it-up chappie packed up and he went, and he laughed as he drove in his car up the beach. They will never learn. Nope, you can't teach a sneetch. But McBean was quite wrong, I'm quite happy to say, that sneetches got really quite smart on that day. They decided that sneetches are sneetches, and no kind of sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the sneetches forgot about stars, and whether they had one or not upon theirs. The end. That was a very anticlimactic ending. Let me try that again. And no kind of sneetch is the best on the beaches. That day, all the sneetches forgot about stars, and whether or not one, or whether they had one or not upon theirs. The end. So you see, the sneetches really became quite good friends, because they don't care. They accept a person for who they are, and not whether they have a star. I don't know what this fish is doing in the corner. He's just kind of there. The end. Wasn't that a nice bedtime story? Okay, well, I'm sure you're waiting to see this. I don't know if you know what I'm going to do, but I love you. Good night. And just so you know, there are other stories in here, and I did get 2 more books out from the library, so you should be expecting quite a few. Maybe not tomorrow because I have class and I have to write a lesson plan, and the next day I have class. We have night class and I have to write a lesson plan, but on Friday maybe you'll get one. Okay, love you, Logan. Bye. Love you. Bye, Pancake.